YouTube, and a big hello to Twitch. That's right, I'm streaming on both right now. I decided to give my phone a break. I've been going live directly from my phone. Big mistake. Not 100% too comfortable with it anymore. So I've decided I'm going to try something a wee bit different. And I'm going to go live from OBS. Sorry. Anyways, child, so tell me why ain't nothing but a I don't know how YouTube is gonna feel about this. This is just a test. Doesn't work, if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. I'll just have to just keep going live from my phone if it pushes that out. But I will say that I'm really appreciative of people that are coming in, subscribing, joining in on the conversations, because it's really important to know who likes books versus who doesn't. I mean, for real. Let me type it in there before I forget. Boop. Do you like books? Question mark, question mark. Yes. Yes, exclamation point. Not really. Dot, dot, dot. Ellipses. So, as I said, I am live currently on YouTube and Twitch. If you prefer the vertical look, right? If you like that, you're more than welcome to chill out with me here on YouTube. If you like the horizontal, you are more than welcome to come on over to Twitch. Either way it goes, I've been only live on YouTube specifically because I've been going live from my phone. I also discovered what tools I need after constantly trying to figure it out for the longest. I figured out how to connect my expensive Canon camera to OBS. Round of applause for that. If you did not know, if you have a DSLR camera or a camcorder, all you need is a cam link. Go buy you the 4K cam link, connect that to your computer, and then wham bam, thank you ma'am. You now can use your camcorder DSLR for a face cam in OBS. I just dropped some heavy info. If you are trying to stream, if you are wanting to put your face out there, that is something you need to take a note of right now, because I'm telling you, it took me so long. It took me so long to discover that. So I just wanted to put that out there. Hey, what's going on, everybody in the chat? Hey, what's going on? What's going on? KBC. That YouTube channel, I love that. Love that name. Love that for you. But if you want to live stream, if you want to do that stuff, man, get you an Elgato cam link and connect it to your camera. You do not have to be like me and make a mistake of buying a daggum Elgato face cam and then it goes in and out from time to time. Or make matters worse, it makes you look all bleached out. It doesn't show your natural skin color, your natural complexion. I was looking like a bleach blonde some days. I was looking like I'm dehydrated from the sun. Like, the way my life is set up, no ma'am, no ham, no turkey. So with that being said, that's not the reason why I went live. That's not. I went live. I'm going live because I noticed an influx of people who genuinely love to talk about books. That is new. Where are my people at? All this time I've been searching high and low, and I ain't find nobody that likes books. Nobody. Where is everybody at? Where's the book lovers at? Hello. Hey, what's going on? Ian. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but it starts with an M. Hello to you as well. And make sure you guys fill out the poll so I know how many people like books versus who doesn't. And that's okay. If you are someone that loves gamers, I can do that from time to time. So if you tap no, right, the poll, you choose the answer no, I'll know that you have a preference of something else, which is A-okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm trying something different. I'm live from my face cam. That is not the Elgato, but my Canon HD camera. The Canon XA15. When I first purchased it, it was like 1600. That was 2019. Don't know how much they cost now. So brace yourself if you decide to get one. I prefer a camcorder because one, it has that beautiful long cord that just keeps it going. You ain't got to worry about, I got to sneeze. Ooh, child. Thank you, baby. You don't got to worry about the camera battery dying on you while you're live. I noticed that some of my favorite live streamers or gamers, they be going live and then their cameras die. And I'd be like, dang it. They need to get a camcorder. I don't like that they're having that issue because they're so focused on the game. Then their camera dies and they don't realize it because everyone's spamming it in the chat. They're like, your camera died. And it's like, bruh, I hate that for them because they were focused in the game. Now they gotta replace the battery and be distracted. But anyways, today we're gonna talk about a book that I've been diving a lot in. The Creative Act, A Way of Being by Rubin. This book has led me down so many different thought processes because of imposter syndrome. Something that I struggled with for a very long time. I still occasionally struggle with it, just a wee bit, not too much. Just a wee bit. Hold up. Ugh. Hello, Roblox man. Love that your name is Roblox man, because I love Roblox, man. I know that was corny. Tomato. It's okay. But the Creative Act, A Way of Being. Rubin was a master. He is a master for writing this book. Because how do you just become who you are? How are you who you are? Right? That's like a question I ask myself a lot. I question my game plan. Drinking helps with imposter syndrome. Why would you say that? JL, no. Let's not suggest that, okay? Let's not. That might work for some because it gives you a little buzz, but what about people who don't want to drink? What about people who are not trying to drink because they're recovering alcoholics? You never know, is all I'm saying. You just never know the type of things that people are going through to get over it. But either way it goes, I appreciate I appreciate the comment. That's all I'm going to say. Leave it at that. Because I won't say I've done that or I have done that or will ever do that. But I've been down bad times in my life where I resorted to other things to help me push through imposter syndrome. And it wasn't always imposter syndrome. Well, I feel like I said it weird. Anyway, I wanted to talk about this book, The Creative Act, A Way of Being by Rubin, because it has helped me with imposter syndrome. One thing that I think Ava DuVernay, who is a very well-known, beautiful inspiration, she is a filmmaker, and she talked about imposter syndrome. She's talked about so many different things because, of course, she's a filmmaker, right? So there are so many times that people will make you feel like you're not qualified to be in a room. Even if you have the skill, even if you have the work ethic, even if you have put your nose to the grind for so long, there are times where you're going to deal with people when you walk in a room and they looking at you like you're not supposed to be here. The whole time you're overqualified. You're probably in the wrong room because you're overqualified. You know what I mean? And that's what makes it, hello, I am real. Love that you're from where you're from. And one thing that she said is, you are the books you read. You are the movies you watch. You are your experiences, right? So if someone tries to disqualify you and say, well, you don't have enough experience, you've only been doing it for this amount of time. But technically speaking, no, because I've been looking into it, taking notes, watching videos, all that stuff having some times where I practice or do this or do that, or whichever field or career you're in or whatever lane you're in, if you taken time to go out of your day from your work schedule, busy schedule, your life, family, friends, and you've actually taken time to work things through towards a goal that you have, that is your experience. If you're studying for a test, you're good at studying. Especially if you get a good grade on the test, right? And the thing about the creative act, a way of being, is that oftentimes creative people struggle with imposter syndrome because they tell themselves that they're not qualified. Even though they're creative, they got the notes, they have their way of being, which is a way of being, right? Being creative is a way of being. And so I'm so happy that Rubin wrote this book. It makes me feel good. It makes me realize that no matter what I experience in life, that this is me. This is my life. This is who I am, what I've experienced, and no one can take that from me. No one can try to disqualify me or go out of their way to say, hey, you know, whatever, to water your voice down or dim your light. No one can do that effectively when I know for a fact that I am exactly where I need to be. Know what I mean? And so some notes that I wrote a note to self, but I'm going to share it, which means I'm sharing a piece of my heart. Hello, Mayhem, Maytham. And please let me know if I'm mispronouncing it and let me know how to pronounce it in the chat. And thank you for stopping by. But something that I wrote down as a note to self is why is it that I am willing to take criticism from people who are not building anything? Woo! Is this destructive criticism or constructive criticism? People who have progressed strategically and wisely through life are qualified to suggest and express a different way to approach situations that you need a second opinion on. Sorry, them kombucha drinks hit. And they're good for your stomach. Anyway, in most cases, when you are in tune with your way of thinking and constantly reflecting, you can go with your gut instincts. Introspective mindsets are often powerful thinkers in training. And I wrote that because I have interpersonal skills. I reflect often within myself, right? I write a lot. I write. I write a lot. I usually feel like I'm not, or JL said, I usually feel like I'm not busy. I usually feel like I'm not busy enough if I have time to listen to people who aren't constructive. Ooh. Sorry, I felt that. That low-key just slapped my wrist. I'm not even gonna lie to you. What you just said, low-key just slapped. It slapped my wrist. Because that's the truth. If I have time to listen to people who are not constructive, I really am not that busy, and I need to be a little bit more busy. You need to take that before anybody else comes in here and tries to take it. You need to take that quote that you just said, post it somewhere, tag your name, copyright it, all that stuff, get the credit, boom, boom, pow. Okay. Ryan, Umar, hey, how are you, beautiful lady? How is the day going today? The day is going pretty well. Today was a pretty good day for me. Thank you for asking. How was your day? How are you feeling? And thank you for the compliment. I will say, today's only been a bit rough because I completely forgot that it was Friday. I was like, oh, like I completely didn't think about what today was today. But, and to add to what JL just said, this is a way that I deal with negativity, right? What you said is right. If I have time to listen, then I'm not busy enough. I strongly agree. But the way that sometimes I deal with destructive criticism is to learn from it. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Sorry. I'll try to learn from destructive criticism because what it is someone trying to tear me down or deflect or attempting to make me question my own reality. I don't need anyone to validate my experience. If I'm saying that this happened to me and this is how it made me feel, you going out of your way to say, ooh, you going out of your way to say, you know, you're not qualified to be in here, or what you're saying is your feelings, but that's not really how it happened, or that's not what it is. That's like someone deflecting when you're talking about your feelings, if anything. That's the point that I'm trying to make. And so when you get criticism from people and it's deconstructive or it's destructive, at some point you now have to question, hey queen, you dropped this. Oh, thank you. Let me pick it back up and put it on. Appreciate it, my guy. Put it back on. Try not to lose my train of thought here. I was going somewhere with it. Hi, I'm from Brazil. Do you speak Portuguese? I don't. I'm sorry. I don't. The only thing, JL said, the only thing I usually learn is to identify destructive people and how to avoid them next time. I feel that. That's real. That's honestly probably the best way to do it, because now you're maintaining your sanity, your peace of mind, right? Sometimes, let me go a little personal. So my father is all bark and bite. Don't apologize. It's okay. It's okay. My dad, my father, is a big guy, and he is all bark and all bite, right? So one thing that I often remember when experiencing or talking to or hanging out with my dad is that he's a militant man, and I can't take everything that he does personal. He's a big guy. He's been here for quite some time. He's been in the military. He got some thick skin. So when he be saying something to me, he be like, Nell. And I be like, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Or he be asking me questions. I feel like a puppy when I stand next to this man. And in doing so, it has toughened my skin. You know what I'm saying? It has made me no longer question my reality, even though there were times that I did when I was younger. And so as I've grown up, I remember just how big and bad my father is. And I'm thinking to myself, why do I let people talk crazy to me when my daddy really is all bark and bite? My skin actually is pretty thick, because there's times that my daddy would be like, don't be so sensitive about it. Don't do that. Because he's trying to give me that logical perspective. He's like, you're still my baby girl. You still my daughter. You still my everything. I need you to look at it from a logical perspective so that your feelings don't get hurt. And when my dad says that, I'm like, man, oh macho. Okay. I'm like, man, oh macho. And that has helped me with gaining a thicker skin. So to tie to what JL said, to avoid, right, people that are deconstructive or destructive criticism type of people, sometimes I get around them and I kind of let them do their thing, because now I'm learning something here. I'm either learning how to tune you out while you're talking, or garbage in, garbage out, eat the meat, throw away the bones. I'm learning what type of personality you really have. What are you trying to convey? What are you projecting? Are you projecting your insecurities on me? Is that why you're constructing me this way or criticizing me this way? There's so many different things that you can learn if you have to endure people who give destructive criticism. If you have to. Somebody at your job, somebody in your family, somebody that's related to someone that you're in a relationship with, Lordy be. There's so many different scenarios. And so I try not to avoid it all the time, even if that is the best choice of actions. Sometimes I will not avoid it immediately because there's something here. I'm one of those kind of people, like I need to learn about all the types of people that exist in the world so that I don't keep getting hurt. If I see a familiar, just for a lack of better words, if I see a familiar spirit or a familiar proclivities in one person that's from somebody that was not it in the past, I know now, and I don't gotta touch the stove twice to learn my lesson. Not at all. Ryan said, my day is going good, but when I talk with you, my day becomes more pretty. Well, I appreciate the compliment. Thank you. S. Dada, because I cannot say your first name, said, that's some deep thoughts, bro. Appreciate it. Man Ruth said, okay, family. Am I the only one? Ryan, am I the only one? How is watching you? By the way, I like your hair. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate the compliments. I don't know. I can't see who all's watching. The way my screen is set up, I have my notes in front of me. I know I'm live. I know I'm live, and that's all I know. I can see that it's live a little bit, but I can only see. Does that make sense? But that's kind of the point that I was trying to make, just learning from destructive criticism, because sometimes you can't avoid it depending on where you work, who you work around, who's in your family. If you got to deal with people in your family, if you can't just cut them off, there's so many different ways to deal with people that are like that. And when I was thinking about that, I was like, I'm going to reflect on this passage, because when I read it the first time, it brought me some relief. Then I read it, I had to reread it. Like, I put the book down, walked away, picked the book back up, and was like, I need to reread this. I reread it, and my eyes got watery because something clicked the second time. And I was like, I really can connect with this message, with my personal experiences. This author does not know nothing about me. He has no idea who I am. I'm just another person that exists in the world. I'm just sitting somewhere in the world, paying my bills and doing what I'm supposed to do. How in the world did this man write a book that I can completely relate to, and he doesn't know my backstory, doesn't know my origin story? He doesn't know anything about me. How? So I'm going to read the passage that had me like that. I'm going to read it. Ah! I dropped my celly. It says, living life as an artist is a practice. You are either engaging in the practice or you're not. It makes no sense to say you're not good at it. It's like saying, I'm not good at being a monk. You are either living as a monk or you are not. We tend to think of the artist's work as the output. The real work of the artist is a way of being in the world. Woo! Let me tell you something about that. That right there debunks imposter syndrome. In my personal opinion, it does. I felt it. When I read that, I was like, I get it. I'm not just a YouTuber. I'm a creative. I'm a creative individual. I eat, sleep, and think creativity. I write. I got sticky notes. I got stuff like this, like things of sticky notes everywhere. You walking through my house, you're going to see a sticky note everywhere. Or maybe not everywhere, but the main places where I feel my most creative, right? My creative spaces. And I'm sitting there thinking, why in the world do I keep struggling with imposter syndrome? Is it because of who I'm around? Like, is somebody making me feel like I don't belong here? Like I'm not supposed to be doing what I'm doing? And in reality, that's not the case. That's never the case. I am exactly where I need to be. I am the movies I watch. I am the books I read. I have the experience. It's all about, at some point, putting it into play, putting it into action, doing something about it with the information that you have. Do something. Create something, mess up, and then do it again. Keep having trial and errors. Just keep doing it. You don't have to be perfect. Nothing has to be perfect for you to put it out there. I got so many videos that are just not, they just not it. When I look back and rewatch some of my stuff, I think to myself, there is no way I'm supposed to be putting this on the internet. Who am I? What am I talking about? And then I know what I'm talking about. But in the moment when I'm editing the video, I'm like, ugh, I don't know, man. I'm like, I don't know, bruh. I don't know how I feel about these. And so with that, just checking the chat, making sure no Twitch people, because I am live on Twitch right now. And a lot of the chat that I'm seeing is from YouTube. Shout out to the YouTube people. Whoop, whoop. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already and like the video. Cannot see how many likes I have right now. I have to pull it up on my phone in a second when I have time. But I just want to make this point very clear before I lose my train of thoughts. But the imposter syndrome is wicked. And there's a reason why there is people like Rubin who writes books saying what they're saying. Because I strongly believe that he probably struggled with it for a very long time before he wrote this book, or even in the process of writing the book. JL said, because we've existed for thousands of years, we look different, but human experiences have been forever. And he beautifully captured that history. Who is the he that you're referring to? So I know what you're speaking on specifically. And that is true. That is true. We look different, but the experiences are there. They're in fine print, big print, little print, blue print, yellow print, all the prints. No matter what we experience in life, we are exactly where we're supposed to be. I'm a strong believer in that. The author. I like that. He did beautifully. He captured it very well. My eyes, there's so many times I went back. This is what takes me forever sometimes to get through a book. I'll read it and then be like, but wait, there was a point where somebody said something and I gotta go back. And then I go back and then I get teary-eyed again. Like yesterday, I think I went live yesterday and I was sharing several books that I've read, but I didn't go in a deep dive like I'm doing right now. And another thing that Rubin said was, look for what you notice, but no one else sees. I was like, yeah, that's it. That'll do it. That will do it. I'm liking that everybody is saying yes right now. So far, I got 89% saying yes, that they like books. Yesterday, it was like 60%. And then other people were like, nah. Some people were coming in saying like, you're a gamer. What game, play this game or something. And I was like, I think I play Roblox way too much now because nobody is realizing that I read books. So we're going to talk about that. But this honestly, the creative act has helped me push through imposter syndrome. No matter what anybody tries to tell me, I'm like, I'm supposed to be here. Exactly where I'm at right now. This is where I'm supposed to be. You might not like it. That's okay. Whatever helps you sleep at night, I guess. But for me, it keeps me up at night that I'm not doing the things that I think about. I can't function any other way. I have this feeling. I'm about to start singing that song. I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric wavy when I turn it on. That's how I feel about being creative. There's nothing that can stop me from doing it. I've been doing YouTube since like 2016, 17, 15. And although my videos have changed over the course of time, I'm still trying my best to show up on here because a long time ago, what was YouTube being advertised for? Broadcast yourself. Put yourself out there. Why not? But I read that and I thought that you're saying that I did not have a heart attack. I don't know what it is that you're saying. That's a lot of heart emojis. That's really cute, though. All the hearts and smiley faces. Appreciate that. CMG Productions, LLC podcast. What's good, boo? You know, I just learned what WSG, what it stands for. Don't nobody be texting me or messaging me saying WSG. I had to Google it. I was like, am I old or? And I'm like, no, I just don't. Nobody texts me WSG. But I will say that overall, the way my life is set up, I know that I am where I'm supposed to be. And I always give props to people. I give props to people who are creative and who put themselves out there because it's not easy. People oftentimes are ready to judge, criticize, and I can only imagine how hard that is. Like all these artists, and obviously, you know, some of it they kind of ask for it depending on the type of behavior that they're or the type of environment that they're constantly hanging around in. Like people that are constantly being violent towards each other. If people are forming opinions about that, saying, hey, I don't like that artist anymore. They're too this, they're too that, they're doing this. You know, if you're exposing the world to what you be doing besides creating, whether it's filmmakers or musicians, whatever it is, artists, chefs, whatever you do, you can be a hairstylist. But if you live a toxic lifestyle and people kind of turn away from you, it's like, you know, you should have kept that behind closed doors where nobody could see. But outside from that, when you're constantly putting yourself out there, whether you're marketing yourself and you're trying to let people know this is what I do, this is who I am, it's a lot. You're basically putting your heart out for the world to see. And you're risking all the judgment, the criticism, the you don't belong here, the dim your light, quiet, stay quiet, go back to your corner, you don't belong here. Like I just showed up, I just got here, I'm just here so I don't get fined. No, I'm just playing. It's like that's the kind of stuff that really makes me want to pull my hair, because you're torn in between creating something and then wanting to stay hidden. I don't want nobody to see me. I don't want nobody to say nothing about me. I don't want none of this. I'm not asking for this life. And so I made these other notes saying, you are exactly where you need to be. Like and subscribed. Thank you, CMG Productions, LLC podcast. Appreciate you. You are exactly where you need to be. You are the movies you've watched. You are the books you read. Do not let imposter syndrome stop you from stepping further into what is pulling you. And that is a note I wrote to myself. I even decided to look it up. I was like, I'm about to get real crazy and just go down this rabbit hole of thoughts. What is imposter syndrome? Does anybody know? On hashtag life. Hey, how are you? How you feeling, life? We're kind of talking about life. Not you specifically, but life in general. Imposter syndrome and all that stuff. All that jazz. Trying to redirect. 1 second. Oof. Yikes. Good, you. I'm good. Thanks for asking. Appreciate you coming in. Make sure you subscribe, like the video. I don't know how many likes I'm at right now. I got to move stuff around and I don't feel like doing that. Am I at enough likes that make me feel satisfied? I have no idea. That's besides the point, though. But overall, what I'm getting from here is, what is imposter syndrome? Because I had to look it up. I had to. Because I'm a word girly. I like the words. I like knowing what something means. I like getting the breakdown. I don't know how to explain it. I might have to do another video or go live and talk about words. I don't know. The power of words. You know what I mean? In Wikipedia, it says that imposter syndrome is a psychological experience in which a person suffers, yikes, from feelings of intellectual and or professional fraudulence. Yikes. It also said those who suffer from imposter syndrome often doubt their skills, talents, or accomplishments. They may have a persistent internalized fear of being exposed as frauds. Despite external evidence of their competence, those experiencing this phenomenon do not believe they deserve their success or luck. They may have think they may think they are deceiving others because they feel as if they are not as intelligent as they outwardly portray themselves to be. And so when I read that, I was thinking to myself, self, this is crazy. This is the type of stuff that makes you really question whether or not life has you thinking that you don't belong. The experiences, what you've been told by other people, what people project on you, the negative experiences for sure, what you were told as a child, what you were told to believe, what you were told to listen to, what you were told to do, all that stuff. All that stuff made me realize that the type of conversations that I have to have moving forward have to be purposeful, because being creative is a way of being. It's who you are. If you are creative, hello. Hello, 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 sweetie. Hello. How are you? Hi. If you are creative, whether it's with I keep saying hairstylists. That's like the first thing I think of. Hairstylists, painters, actresses, actors, chefs. If you're a tech, people that are in tech are creative. You know how deep your brain has to be willing to go to really like compartmentalize everything so that you can continue to build the type of technology that exists in the world today? Thanks for the love, boo. Oh, well, thank you. You're the one putting all the hearts in. You're being very kind. Where are you from? Where are you from? I'm from Miami. But I'm a muralist. Does that mean that you paint murals? Is that what a muralist is? I'm about to learn something new today because I've never heard that word before in my life. Nice wig. Thank you. It comes from my scalp. Oznet. Oh my goodness. Really? A muralist is someone who paints murals. So as a muralist, how do you wait, rewind before I assume, because you might be very, very confident, top tier, would love that for you. Do you struggle with imposter syndrome? Is that a thing for you? That's kind of the message that I'm going with today. I paint giant walls. I'm from Los Angeles. What? That's what's up. Shout out to the muralists. I don't want to mispronounce the. Is it Micklin? Micklin murals? I don't want to pronounce it wrong, and I'm sorry if I did. I apologize if I pronounced it wrong. What is that? Imposter syndrome. You pronounced it perfectly. Thank you. Michelin murals. Okay. Imposter syndrome. Well, if you don't know what it is, maybe you're not struggling with it, which would be a great thing. But imposter syndrome is basically when you don't feel like you belong in a room, that you are overqualified or qualified for. Like, let's say I deal with culture vultures, mostly gentrification. Okay. I get that. I get that for sure. Yeah, imposter syndrome is one of those things where you can be, like I said, qualified. You could be qualified to be in the room that you're in, and your own inward thoughts make you feel as if you don't belong. Or even just conversations with other people will, they'll project, or they'll talk to you. Excuse me. Excuse me again. And you can be just completely bamboozled by their words. They can be talking, saying things, and now all of a sudden their voice, it's what clouds your judgment or clouds your inward thoughts, your Lord, I can't say the word. They they have influence over how you see yourself. And for the longest, that's kind of what I struggled with for a very, 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 very long time. It's one of the main reasons why I was on and off on YouTube. I was not consistent enough. I was posting videos one day, then gone for months, weeks. I didn't take it seriously. I didn't look at it like this really is my chance to really strengthen my voice. Because for the longest, people wanted me to stay quiet. Like, why do you guys want me to stay quiet so bad for? I must have some type of impact on something for you to want to try to shush me or push me down. And it's like, I don't even think I say a lot or do a lot. I feel like I'm as real as I can be. And oftentimes I even question if I know what I'm talking about, but I know what I'm talking about. That's imposter syndrome. I mean, I'm reading books. I read books. How do I not know what I'm talking about? I go to therapy. I've been in college. I've been elevated to leadership roles. How do I not know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, it be making me so mad. I'll get mad at myself, beating myself down. And that's what imposter syndrome is. It's a psychological experience. Yes, I believe that I do have imposter syndrome. I left America 6 years ago. I'm currently in Canada. Love that. Take me with you. No, I'm just playing. Sorry. I couldn't be acting fake. Agreed. Oftentimes, it's people that can't act fake that cannot. That cannot act fake. Appreciate the hearts in the chat. I see them right now. Love that. Thank you. People who can't act fake. You can't do it no matter what happens, no matter what is said, no matter what you experience. I think like we're the realest out here because we know what it means to be real. Being genuine comes from a place of just knowing what you want to give people, how you want people to feel, how you want people to experience life through you. And it's just like, if you're, being real honestly sets you up to conquer imposter syndrome. And it takes some time. Personally, if I was to be honest with myself on live television, I've conquered imposter syndrome like 3 hours ago, but it's going to come back again. Hold on. The chat's moving a little bit. Let me redirect. Samet, you are a wonderful woman and very impressive. I appreciate that compliment. Thank you so much. I hope that the love you're showing in the chat comes back to you and you receive it the best way. I hope your day is winding down gently into an evening as beautiful as you are. Thank you, Kareem. I hope the same for you as well. Hope you're feeling very well rested or about to feel well rested. Naj, hey. Michelin Murals, it's great to learn that. Thank you. No problem at all. And that's the main reason why I go live, honestly. I'm doing what I'm trying to be there for everyone or for those that need it the way I wish somebody would have been there for me. And I'm pretty sure that's the way of being creative. What you did not have, you become that, and then you pour it into the world for those who may be like you. And that's really all what this is for. I've struggled for a very long time with imposter syndrome. That's why I cling to books like a baby clings to its mother's chest, because this is nutrients. This is nurturing for me. Reading this book, I've cried so many tears. I've gone, there are days where I wouldn't eat. I just sit with a book in my bed. Some weekends, I should say, where I just wake up, scroll on social media, look at some of my favorite authors' posts and their uplifting things, then get off my phone and just have a book in my face and don't eat. I'll sip some water, but I won't eat because I'm so in my thoughts. Like I'm walking around in my thoughts. I'm not living in my skin. And imposter syndrome can do that. David C. What's up, David? Sorry. I said that like I know you personally. My bad. Sorry. Too comfortable. I know. But overall, honestly, that was the most of my notes. And there's so many other things in this book that I could talk on, speak on, add on. Because like I said, this is a book that, especially Dan Coe's The Art of Focus back here. Excuse me. His book and The Creative Act by Rick Rubin, they coincide. Is that how you say the word? I think that's the right way to use it. They go together. If I didn't use that word right, I'm just going to just take that back and let's just say they go together real bad. Because when I read Dan Coe's book, I'm thinking to myself, like, his book, The Art of Focus, is basically saying, hey, question everything. And when you're creating, don't just think about what you're creating, but just do it. Put a plan together, then just do it. Think of life like a video game and level up. You got to take some experiences and make them into something. Move so much, do what you got to do so that when you're moving, you can't even look back at what you've done because you're moving. You're constantly doing what you're doing. And if this works, it works. Keep going that way. If it doesn't work, go this way. It's like his book is like just a constant like wheel. It gives me so much energy, again, which is why I love books, and more books. That's basically going to be on my live streams. Books, and more books. And some of the things that I've learned about myself and for myself when reading is that patience really is everything. Don't beat yourself up. If you don't know something, that's okay. Make it fun. Don't beat yourself up because you don't know something. The art of discovery is so much fun when you realize that what you don't know is only the beginning of who you're becoming. That's why you ask questions. That's why you stay vigilant. That's why you never tell yourself that you know enough. Because in all actuality, you never do. Hey, Jordan, how you doing? And that's what Rick Rubin's The Creative Act, A Way of Being is teaching me. The more I read it, the more I feel my feelings, get in my feelings, cry, shut off my old skin, shut off who I used to be. I think to myself, I really have come so far. I've done so much, been through so much. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard to not revert back. It's hard to not revert back. Aubrey, hi, you're so pretty. Thank you, Aubrey. I appreciate the compliment. And make sure you guys are liking the video and subscribing. I really appreciate it. Very simple. The best way to support me through my imposter syndrome. Please subscribe. Manuel, how are you? I'm good. How are you? I am very, very good. Thank you for asking. How are you? In Jesus Christ's name, can I be your mod, please, for free? Did you see something crazy? Are you asking to be my mod because you saw something crazy? Tonight's been actually pretty chill. I'm honestly loving everybody right now that's in the chat. No one has been mean or weird yet. I know it's coming. But everybody that's been in the chat so far, chef's kiss. Everyone has been very mindful, kind, nice. That's like my basic rule. Basic. Being nice is the bare minimum of human decency and human interactions. Being nice. If you're not nice and your life is crap, that says it right there. Magdalene Murals says, life is not supposed to be so boxed into a routine created by greed. We are underappreciated as creative beings. We need to stop seeking validation from a system created to profit from our ignorance. I didn't see anything bad. Oh, you know why I didn't see anything bad? I forgot to turn on all chats. So when I go live from time to time, there's a thing that says live chat, and it'll say all messages are visible or top, like such as potential spam may not be visible. So it won't show it to me, which is good. In a way, it's good. Launcher, gaming, hello. Why I didn't see you? Ah, you were right in between. Micklin Merles. Apologize. I apologize. I did not see that. Let me go through and double check and make sure I'm saying hi to everybody. I do not see anybody being inappropriate. USA White. Who's being inappropriate in the chat? If you're seeing it, man, I guess maybe YouTube is protecting me. YouTube has done that. There are times where you guys might see it. I don't know how they slip through the cracks. I can't see it. If they're saying something inappropriate, I don't know. But if YouTube is protecting me from seeing it, then there's a reason. For sure. So no, I don't need a mod right now. Thank you though, USA White. Appreciate it. Don't put the sad emojis in the chat, please. Please don't be sad. It's a Friday night. Is it Friday for where you're at? I know the time differences. I don't know how that works. So if it's not Friday where you're at, if it's already Saturday, I apologize. McLemurals, I love books too, by the way. I love that. What kind of books do you like to read? Fiction, nonfiction, self-help, poems? I want to be your mod in God's name. Okay. USA White. No, thank you. Marissa Blake, it is my birthday. Happy birthday, Marissa. Zra, very nice looking woman. Appreciate you, Zra. Zra. Sater, hi. Is that what HY is? Hi. How you doing? Hope everything's all right where you're at. Hope you're breathing, feeling good, and enjoying yourself. But I'm still working, just for an update, I'm still working on healing through words. So this is a book. Forgot y'all can't see. This is a book of poems, Rupee Kaur. I talked about it on the previous live stream, so I just wanted to bring it up again for those who were not on the previous live stream. Rupee Kaur is a poet, artist, performer. And as a 21-year-old university student, Rupee wrote, illustrated, and self-published her first poetry collection, Milk and Honey. Next came its artistic sibling, The Sun and Her Flowers. These collections have sold over 10 million copies. Self-published artists. Do you know how confident you have to be in yourself to self-publish? If I'm not mistaken, there's a book called We Need Your Art. She's from the UK. I forgot what her name is. Amy, A-M-I-E. Don't know how to pronounce it. Gotta learn. But she just wrote and published a book, and I think she self-published it. And her story, in one of her videos, she said that she's been told no by like 300 publishers that they will not help her publish this book. And then she self-published, and now they're asking for her. Now they're trying to get her to come under them after being told no. It's stuff like that. It's stuff like that that really pushes you to realize that you are creative in your own way. You don't need nobody's validation. Just like Micklin Murals, Mural said, Micklin, Micklin Murals. Life is not supposed to be so boxed into a routine created by greed. We are underappreciated as creative beings, and we need to stop seeking validation from a system created to profit from our ignorance. That's a whole mouthful. People who take advantage of us because we don't know any better, they profit off of that. They know that we're creative. They know that we tap in from an empty well of creativity. People who are creative, there's something inward that they constantly just pull from. And of course they have, their methods of winding down, decompose, oh Lord, not decomposing, Jesus. Decompressing. They have their methods of like just rekindling that fire and getting back and in touch with themselves. And then go back out and create some more. I almost didn't want to go live tonight because I was like, I'm low-key tired and hungry and angry and tired and I didn't even work today. That means I didn't do enough decompressing. I didn't do enough. I did write. I will say I did write, which helped a smidget. But on average, I write at least 2 to 3 pages. On average. When I'm really fed up with life, I be attacking my keyboard. Y'all know that GIF. Y'all know that GIF of there's a GIF where yuck. There's a GIF where the cat is like, you know what I'm talking about? Or is it a gift, or is it a cat or a dog? I've sent that to people so many times. Like, what you doing? But I felt that. I felt that for sure. Oh, let me scroll. I'm from USA. Why? I'm from Africa. Oh, wow. What part of Africa? Making murals, nonfiction, and how-to books. I'm a history nerd. Love that for you. History, like civil history, stuff that we would learn in like social studies in school. What kind of history? Something for kids. Said hi. Troll. Ain't no way. Why you got that as your stuff? You better hope YouTube don't do nothing to you about that. I became a muralist because I took a business and marketing class at the community college. You're asking the right questions. Yes, recharging your spirit is a must. Yes, it is. How do you recharge? How do you recharge your spirits? I've been self-employed since 1998. It's good times and bad times. It helps me appreciate life more. Being self-employed sounds very hard. I'm not there yet. Get me to 1,000 subscribers so I can be self-employed. I know more than anything. And I do, like I said, I've said before in one of my live streams that I actually do like to work. I'm a worker bee naturally, but it's because I'm creative. I like to put my hand to things and just figure stuff out. I've been beating my head on this desk because I'm walking through a bunch of tutorials on how to learn how to animate in Blender. When I say it's tearing me up limb from limb. Oh, thank you for the hearts, Jordan. If we were on a FaceTime call right now, a bunch of hearts would pop through the screen. Sorry for the sound. I'm a filmmaker. Sound effects are going to come naturally. But the worker bee in me, I have to always learn something. I'm willing to learn anything. Like Dan Coe, that's something that Dan Coe talks about in one of his videos. If you haven't already, find him and subscribe. Dan Coe. DANKOE. He's a great person to help you wipe away imposter syndrome, because he's going to tell you exactly, like, it's actually crazy what he tells you and how relatable it is. My eyelid is jumping. Does that mean I'm low on some type of vitamins? Whoops. But something that I learned from Dan Coe is that we're not supposed to just be good at one thing. And he said specialize. Well, he may not have been the original person to say it, but he said that specialization is for insects. That hurt my feelings. That hurt me to my core. That hurt me to my fibers. That twisted every nerve, every vein, every blood cell because I was like, I'm an insect. I'm really good at this and that's it. I mean, I'm good at a lot of things, but what I'm really good at, what I specialize in, that's it. Oh no. So I've been walking down the path of animation. I have some books that are not in here. I have a book about how to make a manga. Am I going to make one? I have absolutely no idea. But there's no reason to not learn. Why not? Specialization is for insects. You really want to crash through that imposter syndrome? Learn a bunch of stuff. Always, always, always dive headfirst for discovery. Even when you feel drained, even when you feel like you can't keep going, try your absolute best to really take the time to learn. Even if you feel like you have to unlearn something from your past. And I'm kind of switching the lane, but like sometimes unlearning things may seem like it's the best course of action. But in reality, when you learn something that doesn't really help you, you start to realize that maybe you need to learn why it was taught in the first place. Why was that taught? Why did your parents make you go through all that? Why did they teach you that? For me personally, I used to wonder, like, why did my mom make me go to church all the time? I was like, why my mama making me go to church? Why do I keep, like, that's like my backup story for everything because that hits home for me a lot. Why does my mom keep making me go to church all the time? Why? What did I do? What did I do to deserve this? We're in here sitting in these outfits. We're not comfortable. We being all pretty, having to wear all this jewelry, all this makeup. I was wearing foundation at like 12, 13, 14 years old. I ain't got nothing on now. I don't need it. You know why? I drink water, I clean my face, and I do what needs to be done. All the extra stuff that goes in with face cleansing and all that. But for the longest, I felt like I had to wear makeup because I don't want people to see my blemishes. I don't want y'all to see the bumps and the things that are showing up. But I was like, you know what? Maybe, just maybe, she made me go to church because that's what her mom had her do, or her grandmother, her father. Maybe that's what they did. They just told her, go to church, be with the Lord, and find a husband. And then she decided to bring that lifestyle on to her children. So instead of unlearning it, I need to figure out why. Because that will help with what? Imposter syndrome. I belong here. I belong where I am because I have went through all the compartmentalized memories of my life to figure out why. Why did I go through these hard trials and tribulations? Why did I go through these things? Why? And so now I'm at a point in my life where I realize every experience I have in my memory bank is a part of who I am, whether it's good or bad. And instead of unlearning, I need to help other people get through the things that hurt me, that have discouraged me. Instead of trying to unlearn what was forced and pushed in my brain and rammed in my brain as a kid, I need to learn, why did y'all do that? Why y'all telling everybody to go to college for? You know, some of us don't like sitting still in a classroom that long. Why would you do that? College is not for everybody. It doesn't matter what they tell you. Because guess what? The whole world ain't going to college. There's a percentage of people that went, and congratulations to them. Happy that they figured out what they wanted to go to school for and went, or that what they went to school for at a young age really lines up with what they want to do with their life. But I know too many people that was in college for one thing, and guess where they at right now? working something completely different from their college degree. Saddened me. I even switched degrees. I went to college for early childhood education. I kind of regret switching now. Not even gonna lie. But then I changed it to business administration. For what? Why did I do that? That was such a terrible choice. And it's like I'm not even satisfied with it. I'm not. I'm never satisfied with that. Oh, you're tapping in the chat. Hold up 1 second. Let me redirect. Micklin Merle said everything and from different perspectives. History is his story. I love that. Our story, their story, just looking for the roots. I recharge by being in nature, mountains, oceans, rivers, trees, as far away as I can. I love that. I aspire to be like you when I grow up. When I'm recharging, I sit in my room. When I'm recharging, I sit in my womb and just be like, yep, this is the life. There's a better way to do it, I know. Business taught me to plan ahead and to get organized. Marketing taught me to sell a product, my art. Entrepreneurship is risky. Being stuck is worse. I'm too wild. It looks like I can relate to you at 1,000%. For sure. Entrepreneurship is risky. And I learned that. Not through personal experience. And thank God. But someone else told me, and I was like, I don't even think I want to take that chance ever in my life. Ever. But being stuck is worse. It is. It makes me feel like I'm about to pull my hair out, my locks out, one by one, slowly. Just because I can't do it. I can't be stuck. Being stuck makes me feel like something's wrong with me. Being stuck makes me feel like something is legit wrong with the way I see the world. I gotta sit, go to sleep, take a nap, come back, and open my eyes and see if anything looks different. If things look different, that means that something is working. Until then, if nothing looks different, if I'm not getting a different perspective, if I'm not seeing things differently, something's wrong. Something ain't right. It's time to Control Alt Delete, go into hiding, stay in the dark room for a little bit, stare at the wall. I don't know. But that's one of the reasons why I constantly try to push through and read the books that I read. Because if I feel weird when I'm stuck, if I feel like something is, I gotta move. But then imposter syndrome sneaks up and it's like, what are you doing? What you moving for? Nah, sit still. Stay where you at. You ain't got nothing to do. Who's gonna listen to you? Who gonna watch your videos? You ain't talking about nothing. You just sitting here saying words. Look at you. Lost in the sauce. Oh, you reading a book? Oh, okay. Big book. So what? Like I didn't just drop $30 on a book. Like I get so mad at myself. I get legit mad. And I'm having to remind myself, like, ain't no way. There is absolutely no way. Absolutely no way. And so oftentimes I am reminded I am where I need to be. I am who I need to be. I'm exactly where I need to be. I'm doing what needs to be done. I'm creating what needs to be created. I belong here. I'm qualified. Having to say this stuff out loud from time to time. And I'm doing all the things that need to be done. When I'm tuned in to my way of thinking, when I'm constantly reflecting, I know for a fact that after all this reflecting, all this inward thinking, introspective thinking, there is no way that I'm not where I'm supposed to be. Imposter syndrome is a whole lie. There is no way. I am exactly where I need to be. There's no way. Absolutely no way. And so, thank you for all the hearts. I appreciate that. Hi from India, Sham. Sham, am I pronouncing that right? Hi, Sham. Hello, how are you? Micklin said, fear discourages. Anger actually motivates. That's a topic. I can't talk about it now because I don't have enough notes. I didn't really do enough reading or notes or anything to tie to it. Thank you for the hearts in the chat. Appreciate that. Bars. But that right there is a whole topic. Anger actually motivates. That it does. We need to find our balance. It's the food we eat. Oh, Lord, you preaching now. And the information we consume. You are spitting bars. You have a lot to look forward to. I appreciate finding this live stream. I appreciate you dropping these heavy bars in the chat. I've decided that I'm going to leave the chat replay on for my live streams because I need other people to see this. They need to see that you're not alone. If you're struggling with imposter syndrome, if you feel lost in the sauce, if you feel like no one sees your art, no one needs your art, come here and read what people are putting in the chat. People that are across the world that feel what you feel. You're not alone. It may feel like you're alone, but if you really think about it, and I said this in a previous video, if you really think about it, you might feel alone, but there are other people that feel alone as well. We are all under the same sun. So are you ever really alone? You're not alone. Well, in the video, I actually said you're not lonely. You're just alone. And being alone doesn't necessarily mean that no one is there for you ever, right? If you are underneath the same sun as me, then we are alone. Me and you. You're not here by yourself. We are alone. We're under the same moon, the same cloud, not the same clouds, just the same moon and the same sun. For sure. I'm not a who studies the stars in the sky? I forgot. Astronauts? No. Astrology? Is that who does it? That's a whole nother thing too. Google be my best friend. As a writer, as a reader, I Google everything. Thank you for all the hearts. Y'all are being so nice. I appreciate that. Appreciate that so much. I'm not going to stay before you too much longer. This is something quick. Really was trying to change things up. Like I said in the very beginning of the live stream, I normally go live from my phone just to, put it up and say, hello, how's it going? But I wanted to try something a little different. I wanted to go live from OBS, which is the streaming thing that I use. The OBS Studio is what I use to go live. For those who don't know, for those who may want to go live, right? Letting you know now, OBS is the way to go if you didn't know. Bars. But I wanted to try something different and go live from my beautiful camera. I bought this camera in 2019, just a little history. I bought this camera in 2019. And instead I had a Elgato face cam. And it made me look super bright. It didn't make me look like a human. I looked pixelated. And I'm just like, that's not the way to go. The perfectionist in me was fed up and done and tired. Child, I finally Googled it again and decided to do some more research. All this time, all I needed was a cam link. That's it. All I needed was a cam link. And now it's connected to my camcorder, which gives me that good quality. So if you are someone who wants to stream, or if you want to put yourself out there, yes, your phone is a good thing to use if you have a good quality phone, a good camera, a good face camera. But if you can get a camera, just a DSLR, try to find one, maybe eBay, Amazon, wherever, maybe even a mom and pop shop close to you. Just try to find one and get you a cam link, what is it called? A capture card. A cam link capture card, preferably Elgato because it's quality. I'm experiencing good quality. This camera is very good quality. We are on the same earth, mother. I appreciate that. We are. You're never alone. Michael Jackson, didn't he say, you were not alone? Master Shifu. I like that. Master Shifu. I like how high quality everything is. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's something new. It goes with imposter syndrome, discovery, all of that stuff is wrapped up in being a creative. I was nervous for a little bit. I was like, I don't know. I know that YouTube might not push this out because I'm using OBS, but I noticed that YouTube pushes out my videos a little bit more when I'm doing it on my phone. And I was like, okay, well, maybe I can switch from back and forth from time to time, or really use OBS to record the horizontal and then repost it as a video for people who like the full screen. If you like the full screen thing, for sure. And I'll make sure to get straight to the point and won't overdo it too much. Read the chat, talk to people, show them love, they show me love, and make my key points and then end it. So that way the horizontal videos are not too much. But that's, basically the gist of today's live stream. It was a test. I wasn't planning on going live. And I was like, I'm going to try. I'm going to see how OBS works for me. And if YouTube is going to push this out and see how many views, how many likes I get, how many people interact in the chat, check that stuff out and see how it works. And it looks good. I like it. I'm going to rewatch it, probably critique myself. You guys are showing me love in the chat, throwing the hearts. I see that. Bars. I'm still going to critique myself. You guys are subscribing. I know that. I get notifications. If you're public, or if your subscription list is public, which obviously that's a preference, I can see who subscribes. So I know sooner than later, I will most definitely be doing giveaways, especially if I can see. Oh yeah, but you don't got to make it public. I'll make sure I go through the chat and probably put people in it that way too. But I'm overall satisfied. I might go live from my phone tomorrow. I don't know. It depends on how I'm feeling, because I might go live like in my car or outside or something. I'm in my studio and I love this mic and I want to use it to the best of its abilities. So thank you guys so much for giving me all the likes, all the loves. I strongly suggest that you guys go over to Patreon if you like books. If you are creative and you love books and you love book talks, Patreon, the Nelly Drayton Show, is where we'll be diving a little bit more into the books that we read, or I read. And if you want to reflect with me, cool. If you don't feel like buying the book yourself, but you kind of want to see, what it's about and maybe pick it up, that's a thing as well. But over on YouTube, we're just kind of talking a little bit, hanging out for a little bit, just to see where everybody's mindset is. I'm trying to gauge the audience, right? See who likes books, pull those people in and say, hey, join me on Patreon. That's where the real book lovers are. Shout out to the one person that just followed on there as well. Someone just followed me a couple of days ago, so shout out to them. And over on Patreon, you'll just get a little bit more exclusive content when it comes to the book club of the Nelly Drayton Show. Over on YouTube, you kind of get a little bit of everything, but it's not exclusive because everybody has access to it. Take note. And then on Twitter, still going to see this face, same face that you see on YouTube. So with that being said, I again appreciate all you guys for coming in. Thank you so much for hitting the like button. Make sure you subscribe so that you can continue to be a part of this creative journey that I've decided to pick back up and not put down this time around. Bars. Sorry. I'm not a rapper. I'm a poet. Hey, the legend. Do you like rap? Absolutely. It's rhythm and poetry. And what do I like? Poetry. But with that being said, I hope you guys went ahead and liked the video. Hope you loved this live stream, and subscribe if you have not already, and turn on the notification bell. The notification bell. Because then you'll know when I go live again, sit and chit chat with me. And you can always, once this live stream is over, if you want to go ahead and leave a comment in the live stream once it loads and everything on what times is the best time that you will be able to tune in. If I get a collective amount of times, then I'll definitely try to work around that. So thank you guys again for the likes and all that good stuff. You have a good character with the muscles in the chat. Appreciate it, the legend. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, you guys. Until next time, stay safe and stay creative.